Glad to have you with us from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he's not going to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running to the left. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Sellers. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit.
Field position flipped. Mission successful. This punt returner does a great job getting a big gain, putting you in good position in this first half.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. Touchdown Gamecocks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Here's a give to Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The run from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Sellers. Looking down the middle. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll give it to Fluff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The short hands, it's Evans. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. Quarterback making checks. Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On the run, it's McAllister. There's a little room there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Makes the catch. It's Sellers. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll... this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. Buying some time. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Creates a little space. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Off the boot, looking for his man. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the catch at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The run to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Bulldog! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Here comes the two-point try. I'll try to power it in. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll move the wide receiver. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's McAllister. At midfield, he's got room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Here's Sellers to throw. He unleashes a long one. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease to the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Bulldogs want to move quickly. Might as well stick with him. Finding some room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Unloads it left. Got his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Bulldog! Better fasten those seatbelts. These offenses are cruising. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the move, it's McAllister. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throwing Sellers. Right down the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with a quarterback and a receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense breaking on the football and taking that in away.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gets the back moving. Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
I think that's a throw the quarterback's just got to take a little bit off it to make it easy on his intended target. He just threw that out far a little too much and too much mustard as well.
With the catch, it's Bennett. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down.
He's going for it all. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback may change this route. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College, taking on the number 9 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Volunteers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the left to Williams. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's Sellers to throw. He's going to fire deep. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Going the other way, he's got room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. There he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the route is on.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Throwing, Sellers. Fires it incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires to the wide out. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Sellers. Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Bennett. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. And some room to work.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. Taylor wants to throw it. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll go to the air. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's going to bring this one out. And the tackle is made on the return, but a penalty flag has flown, and I think they may be backing it up a bit. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Here's Sellers to throw. Got a man. It's Tuggle. Gets away from one, finds room. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got some room, it was over. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Found the seam on the left. And he scores! Touchdown, Bulldogs! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Finds his man. It's Bennett. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Throwing, Sellers. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Caught! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he tacked on the extra point. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it! And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit. And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He'll heave it deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And Man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player but you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Sellers. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something down.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Unleashes one. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating to have a false start in this area of the field, but still 2nd and goal. Taylor wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. I know the intensity can be overwhelming, but you have to hold your water. This makes it much tougher on 3rd and goal.
Punch! Land, blue idiot!
From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down.
And how about this offense?
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and it's